Hello everybody, it is Saturday, June 20th, and it is time for my sketchbook review. We're doing it early this week because I've got some other stuff in the works that I kind of want to get to, and I figured while I was messing around with those things, I could be uploading my video. And since I have quite a few doodles this week, I actually kind of wanted to do this sooner than later just in case I added more on. But really quick, I want to show you guys what about. It's not a whole lot of stuff. It's just I'm planning to do a print round of my Cherry Archer, which if you're on my Instagram or anything like that, you've seen it on my DeviantArt or wherever. But I wanted to do a print round of that and mail it out to some family members just to kind of see what it's like. And I wanted to experiment with my printer. So I had to go get more ink, which sucks. I hate buying ink. But I went ahead and did it anyway because my ink, I haven't replaced it in about 2 years now since I started nursing school. Actually, probably a little bit before that. The last time I really used my color ink in that was for my wedding, which was 7 years ago. So, well, around 7 years ago. But I went ahead and I bought ink, and unfortunately the price went up on these, so I ended up spending more money than I wanted to, so but whatever. I'm going to see how the prints turn out, and I'm hoping that they turn out good, because what I kind of want to eventually do is just kind of do a little mailer for my family members who can't, who aren't as internet savvy, or they don't have my links, or they don't want to check out my links all the time, or they're not on my Facebook, or whatever. I haven't quite decided who else is going to be on that list yet. Some of the elderly people definitely, but I don't want to like make these prints and have people turn around and just throw them away, which is kind of what I'm expecting to happen. But I am making them photo sized, so I picked up just a 4x6 thing. I actually have 8.5 by 11 Kodak glossy photo paper, but I don't like spending the time cutting. I'm a little bit lazy like that, so I just got the straight up photo 4x6 size. So I'm hoping it'll print good. I'm hoping it'll print well, and then I'll just go ahead, and if it works out okay, then I'll just keep doing this. I mean, there's 100 in here, and I know I'm not going to be sending 100, so whatever. And then last but not least, I picked up some envelopes for it. These are more, these are closer to the size of the actual image or the actual photo that I'm sending, because I'm going to put a letter in it, like a little newsletter about everything. And for now, that's probably all it's going to be. And I have some green paper around here that I was using for pen pal writing, and I'll probably just go ahead and use that for this for now until I find something better. But that's what I bought. So I'm also going to be using this kind of to make a little mini portfolio for myself. I'm going to put it in my photo album, since half of it's probably going to be prints from other people and the other half are going to be my prints. But that's the project I'm going to do after I do my sketchbook review. So, okay, there's a lot here, so let's get into it like quickly because there's a lot. I didn't realize I sketched this much this week. So we left off last week with this picture, I believe. And so we kind of went into other stuff. So here I had gotten an art trade from Bing Crosby, and I was just trying to do her character Yeva and Negaduck, and I had one where she had scraped her knee and she was crying and he was putting a bandage on her. But ultimately I went with this. Actually, this is not the actual thing. The finished artwork is in my scanner still. Ugh. So it started off as just this. This is all I had to go with, and then like I got this out of it. So whatever, that's just how I work. This is all color pencil with a little bit of glitter pen in there. As you can see, it's shimmery for the tears, and a little bit of white Sakura ink. And that was her half. That was for her half of the art trade. I did a YouTube video on that one, so you guys can go check that out. And then I started doing like cutesy little animal designs. I'm gonna hide that. I have a whale. I have a starfish. Well, just star really. I did a dog, and then I did a little crab. So yeah. And I just was drawing cutesy animals. And then I drew a panda bear. And then I drew a salt shaker. And then I drew a fried egg. Because, I don't know. That's just what I had in mind. So, yeah, I was drawing cutesy animals because I was thinking about making stickers and things like that, but I don't think I'm going to end up doing that just because it's more time, and I'll have time over the next couple months because I'll be on summer vacation, but I don't want to get invested in something that I'm not going to be able to keep up with while I'm in school. But really, if I make one sticker sheet, then, or one set of stickers, then I'll have that set of stickers. I would just have to buy more paper. And I'm a little bit out of breath because I've been running around all day with Aaron trying to get the lawnmower working and doing shopping and stuff. And then I drew Clara. I just really want to work on her a little bit more. I'm trying to kind of just clean up my style with her. I decided, because originally I had blocked bangs for her in the previous versions, and then as a kid she had kind of the thinner wispier bangs. But now I'm kind of angling more towards thinner wispier bangs for her even as an adult. So she'll just literally look like a bigger version of her child self. But yeah, I did a quick doodle of her. And then I did a picture of her as a kid playing in the dirt, because that's what she does 99.9% of the time, is she plays in the dirt as a kid. She's got like a little handful of dirt right there, and she's holding up a little daisy. She's my cutie. I love her. And then I did a human version of Scarlet Featherfan, because I've done human versions of Piper, I've done human versions of Trevor, so I just decided to go ahead and do a human version of Scarlet, and yeah, she turned out pretty good. I mean, her eyes are a little bit big, but that's no big deal. But as a human, she looks pretty cool. So yeah, human version of Scarlet. And then I was looking at Jelly Bee's website, and I drew like the little bee that I'm always seeing, and I kind of imitated her style a bit, and I was like, this is fun, but I guess it's just really not me. Like, I don't know. It's cool and it's simplistic and I like it and it's clean, but it's just not my thing. I wish it was, because like part of me is like, it's so cool looking in its simplicity, but... And I'm not saying simplicity as a bad thing. I mean, like, it's clean and simple, and that's hard to achieve as an artist because you want to put in so much detail because you're afraid that people will miss a detail. So you over detail your art, whereas she tends to not necessarily under detail, but she can make the point with fewer lines. It's like writing a paragraph when you could sum it all up in one sentence. So that's what I mean. It's not offensive. It's streamlined, not even streamlined. It's efficient. Her art is efficient, if that makes sense. I guess it makes sense to me. And I guess that's all that really matters. And then I was thinking about Piper and Lydia. So I drew a picture of Piper and Lydia, like little baby Lydia. And they're actually wearing the same kind of dress, and they have the same hairpiece. And I did that on purpose because, I don't know, Piper strikes me as the kind of person who on special occasions would want to dress up exactly like her little girls, just to kind of emphasize the fact that she's the mom and, you know, this is my baby and we're so adorable together. But these two, I love these two together. And then since I drew Piper and Lydia, I decided to do Piper and Annie because Annie is her adopted daughter, and they're still very close. I mean, I don't draw them very often, and honestly don't even really role play them very often, but I imagine that Annie probably looks up to her a lot because there are no female figures in her life. She doesn't even have a sister until Lydia. So she probably clings to Piper quite a bit. And I even drew them in matching clothing too, but they're in like pajamas or something, and Piper's reading to her before she goes to sleep. And I just thought it was really cute. So I doodled it. And then I drew Scarlet and Milicia. I was right the first time. See, I was always drunk off their asses because, you know, she's got a shot. It's hard to see, but she's got a shot, and of course Mel's hitting the bottle, but yeah. And then random face down there, kind of creepy looking. But yeah, I think that Milicia is the only person that Scarlet will ever just get like tore up drunk with. Yeah. I can't turn the page. And then I was working on more humans. I was attempting another human Scarlet, and these are just male figures I was going for, male faces I was just going for, and really no rhyme or reason for them. I was just drawing them. And then I drew Sleepy Cherry, and she's got her hair down, and actually it should be a lot bushier because she has her hair braided all the time. But I just kind of doodled her, Sleepy, because actually I was very tired when I drew it, because that's what I do, is I draw how I feel. And if I'm tired, I draw sleepy characters. And then there's a story behind this one. Nega Piper and Nega Trevor, they're not on the best of terms. He knocked her up and she left. And she took the baby with her. And I believe she's going to spend probably the better part of Lydia's childhood and young adulthood avoiding him. I don't even think he's going to know that he has a daughter. I don't know. We haven't really decided it. But she's just, because of the way he treated her initially, she kind of holds a grudge. So she takes the kid and runs. And I don't know. But he did make a very pretty child and like a very strong child. So like once she's got Nega Lydia up to speed and sufficient, she wants more babies, but she wants to have them with him because he already produced really strong babies and vampire babies. And honestly, I don't even think that she can have babies with regular guys. I don't think. It's not something I've discussed with Nega Trevor's creator, but it is what it is. But I just imagine that she kind of goes up to him. It's like out of the blue, absolutely no warning. She just kind of pops in and she's like, hey, let's have another baby. And he's like so angry with her that he's like, no, and calls her a whore and stuff. Because, you know, I'm sure he's ticked off. A, that she left. B, that she had a baby and probably didn't tell him. I'm pretty sure she's not going to tell him. She's going to keep it secret for as long as possible. It's going to come out eventually, but I just think that that's the direction that they would go in. They're a very dysfunctional family, and that's all there is to it. But they kill to eat, and they like think it's funny. So they're already dysfunctional to begin with. And then I had this idea of her showing up, like she just shows up in like his apartment, and she's like, "Oh, so you brought somebody home?" And he is like, "Yeah. So what about it?" And she's like, "Well, you gonna eat her?" And he's like, "Yeah, probably." And I don't know, I just kind of got this idea that she like plays it off as it's totally normal, like, yeah, no big deal, you know, I'm just here to make babies with you, blah blah blah. I don't know. She's a class act. I love her. I do love her. She's a great character. I love doing stuff with her, but she's a difficult one. Then I was doing a human version of Nega Piper because I realized I never did it, but then I realized it's just Piper with different hair, and fangs. But I kind of got bored with the idea. She's also bustier than Piper, but whatever. But yeah, I just scribbled this out real quick. And then I did like a chibi thing. This was fun. It's supposed to be Nega Lily and Nega Piper. Like somehow they get together and they're friends. And that's like awesome. Nega Lily is going to be hiding her for a little while Nega Piper has her egg. It's so like Nega Lily is always going out stealing, and Nega Piper probably goes with her. And at some point, it's like this is posting like Nega Piper's feeling lonely because Lydia's gone, and you know she lost her baby because she's gonna run off and get married or whatever it is that vampires do. And like she just kind of comes to this realization that she wants to have another baby, and of course she's gonna tell Nega Lily about it because who else does she have to talk to? And Nega Lily's like, why are you telling me? She doesn't care. If it's not shiny, she doesn't care. And then Nega Piper's gonna be like, well, because I kind of want to have one with him. And then she smacks her. It's like, bad, no, because really Nega Trevor was not nice to Nega Piper. And that's fact. He ordered her around, made her do things she didn't want to do. Was mean. So yeah, so of course she's gonna run away from him. What else do you expect? People don't stick around for that kind of thing. But I kind of imagine that someday she's gonna start calling Nega Lily like Mama Lily, because she probably hates it, because I think Nega Lily, from what I've gathered, does not like the fact that she is a mother. So call her Mama Lily. I'm like, don't hit me, Mama Lily, please. But I imagine that Nega Lily treats Nega Piper like she's a dog when she does stupid things. Other times I'm sure that they have like so much fun too, because they are both just completely demented and delightfully evil. It's great. And I drew Pocahontas. And now that I'm looking at it, it's kind of at this weird angle, so whatever. Angular Pocahontas. And then I drew Cherry again. She's playing with her hair a bit. And then I was kind of drawing like a little chibi Cherry, but yeah. Yeah. And I was working on a human version of Piper, and I don't even know where, or Jade. I don't even know where I was going with this. I think I was trying to determine if I want a full mask or a partial mask or what. But it just kind of turned into blah quickly. And then I did it again. Look at blah. And then I worked on Clara, and this is where I kind of got the idea for the layered bangs that kind of curl in around her face a little bit more, kind of to give her a frame. Because as a kid, I think they're just going to be short, but I think as an adult, they're going to be longer because she tends to wear her hair in braids. And I think that framing effect is really nice for her. So I think that this is the design I'm ultimately going to go with for her. Of course, it's going to be even because I realize that like all my designs are like too heavy on one side. Or fluffier on one side, but not the other. I'm consistent in my inconsistency. And then I drew her again. She's kind of like wearing a nice little dress and smiling. Her eyes are a little bit too big for this, I think, but yeah. More Clara. And then even more Clara. I'm defaulted back a little bit to my original eye style, which is very boxy. Chin needs to come in a little bit, but yeah. Whatever. And then I drew a picture of her eating a piece of watermelon because it's summertime and everyone's eating watermelon except for me right now. I have a watermelon, I just haven't cut it yet. And then I drew my cuties. This is Delvin and Clara, and they have a very complicated relationship. Well, it's not really complicated. They're actually just really, really good friends, and yeah. So I do like them as a couple. His head's like way big and her head's like way small, so if I scan, I thought about finishing this one and I was thinking about scanning and shrinking his head down so it fits a little bit better in proportion to her, but we'll see. I don't know if I'm going to scan it. And then I drew Old Western Millie. This is for grade of, is it PTA or PAT? PTA, I think it's PTA. I'm sorry. I try to learn names and I just haven't learned his name yet. But yeah, so she's the Old West style, so she's got the goggles and she's got the inflatable suit and stuff like that. She's got the little clock. And I imagine that she's actually really happy. She's a blimp pilot in this. And like every time I see Millie, like part of me is like sad because she's not happy. And I tend to draw everybody happy. So I have to imagine at some point she is happy, especially if she's doing something she loves like flying. So I kind of imagined her like she's doing this blimp thing or she's flying in the blimp and she's just enjoying it and all that good fun stuff. It's just I hate adding stuff like that, what I think, to characters because they're not my characters. So I try to be really careful with that. But I'm going to later on tonight probably scan this and digitally color it. I just got to get around to doing it. I got finals coming up next week, and part of me is like, I can't get too sucked into my art because if I do, then I'm going to not study the way I'm supposed to. Not that I have been studying the way I'm supposed to, but we don't talk about that. And then I had, this is the last one, I had this idea of Piper getting caught by Negatrevor, like regular Piper, Jade, getting caught by Negatrevor, and kind of just being kept as a food source. Like, he doesn't bite her, he just kind of, you know, opens her up, like cuts her open to take her blood, and then like pressurizes it to clot, and then leaves her alone. Using her as like a renewable food source sort of thing, because he does actually like the taste of Nega Piper's blood before he turns her, and I think he likes it afterwards too. But that was kind of like this dark sort of scenario I had in mind that I just kind of never really finished up doing anything with, really. I just scribbled it, and then I was watching Orange is the New Black, so I kind of got distracted with that. But those are the sketches for this week. There are quite a bit. I went through them quick because there's other stuff I really need to be doing, but I didn't want to not do the video or to put the video up late as a result of my having other things to do. So, as always, go ahead and like and subscribe below, or leave a comment. I'm reachable on, I think I've got all my links under my About section now, so I don't have to put them in my description of my videos. So, check there. You'll see my my DeviantArt, my Instagram, my Tumblr, my Twitter, and not my Facebook, but just ask, I'll give you my Facebook. Anyway, so that's it for this week. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys around. Bye.